Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Governance Security Policies team meeting. Looking at the agenda, I have a last minute demo I wanted to say. We defaulted on the feature flag for the security template uh, edition, where the user can choose between the default security template or the latest. That feature flag was defaulted on recently, and also we defaulted on the feature flag for the bot comment action at the group level. And so both those have been turned on and will be available in 17.2
uh,
uh,
policy bot comment, um,
at the
like
group level.
toggle at
Yeah.
group level. Got it. Okay. And the
Uh,
security template defaulted on for the front end for the policy editor, right? Because we had it in YAML.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I merged the release post already, so it will be
Okay.
officially
Cool.
included in 17.2.
Perfect.
Yeah. So just cleaning up those projects, and we'll be removing the feature flags next milestone um, completely. So great job, team.
Awesome.
And
Great work.
moving on, other discussions. Grant, you have the first item.
Cool. Yeah. So I just was noting here, I have the MR open for the work we're doing on staggering and batching scheduled pipelines. So I wanted to confirm if we're on track for 17.2. I'm working on getting that MR prepped. Shouldn't be too much effort to get that ready, but I just want to see if if we expect it to still fit into this milestone.
Yeah, we did some progress on that, but I guess the we are not on the ideal solution yet because it's a little bit hard to control the pipelines, the number of pipelines. So we tried the pause strategy, but then during the review, the domain experts said the pause strategy was not meant to be used like that. The pause strategy was meant to be like a last resort, something that's like manual toggle. And so to stop the job so they can do like some workaround and then enable again. It's not meant to be like a dynamic like we thought. So we like changing our worker to use the application sets we created. But the problem is the sidekick is much faster than the runners. So we are like in creating a lot of pipelines faster than we can process that. So like until the job like pauses or like stopping in queuing with the other concurrency sets we can use, we already have a lot of pipelines running. And also like we realized that one pipeline can have like multiple jobs. So I guess what we really want is control the number of jobs instead of pipelines. But we are trying to figure it out a way to do this dynamically. So I create another draft MR and we'll discuss with the domain experts in our team to see like the best approach. But what you have now is a new worker that can control the concurrency limit of the worker using the application settings.
So a new worker that can handle concurrency using application settings, but we're looking at how to control it at the job level instead of pipelines.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like probably at risk for 17.2.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for that update. I'll probably put that on the back burner then and move it on to 17.3. But I can keep getting the MR ready for when we are there. But if things change from a user standpoint, we'll have to like make sure that release post is accurate. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Marcos. Any other comments or questions on that topic for anyone? Nope. Okay. So I have the next 2 points, so I'll keep going. But yeah, if you have anything you want to add to the agenda, please do. So second item, I was seeing, Ulysses, that you were joining. Oh yeah, you are still here. Okay. So I wanted to note, I didn't get it done last week, but I wanted to work on a support readiness issue for the pipeline execution policies release, and we're just trying to like make sure everything's buttoned up and everyone's ready for this new feature. So I haven't created one of those before. I'll be working on that. But yeah, if there's anything particular that Ulysses you think would be helpful um, to kind of raise on this call, that we can make sure we surface that in the issue as I work on the issue itself. So yeah, any feedback from you?
Yeah, so there's not a whole lot that goes into those other than a summary of what is happening, actions to take, and if there's an impact that will directly affect end users, then it's nice that we know that beforehand and any actions that support would need to take or advise end users to take to make use of features or anything that is a breaking change. If you want to, I can just have a look before you create the actual issue and just peer review that and make sure it's not missing anything. Happy to take a look at that.
Cool. I'll definitely loop you in then. Maybe I
This
can
is
create the issue. I don't know, like when do you guys like know that there's a new issue created? Like, does it trigger something? Could create one like as a draft and work with you on it?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
notify everyone as soon as you create a draft, but
Okay,
having a draft in the title is good. So yeah, that's fine.
cool. Thank you. Alan, I'm sorry, I think I cut you off.
related to that topic. I mean, we see from the last few days, I believe as soon as Ian from compliance team shared that we're going to deprecate compliance pipelines and there's a new feature coming up, I believe somehow we started sharing that information with customers, even though I believe it's still internal because we see many questions on our Slack channel around that from CSMs that they're afraid or concerned that we are releasing pipeline stream policies. And I believe what the current problem is that they mixing up the experiment that we released some time ago with this totally new feature that we're going to release soon. So I believe we need to either have additional communication around that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it might be problematic because people believe that the feature that we released as experimental, which is we know that it's not perfect, will replace compliance pipelines, and we have something much better.
right.
So yeah, that's one
Yeah,
thing.
no, that's fair. I think so I did put together a video and I'm pretty sure I highlighted that, hey, this is a net new feature, but I also try to keep it clean. Like if you're a new customer, you get the same, you can get value out of it. You don't have to think about the other things. So we are trying to package some separate comms out. I think that this is definitely a point that I can double back on, even if it's just a short clip to clarify that. So I'll make note and yeah, see what I can do on that. And while we're on this topic, anything else that would be helpful to surface on the support side from the teams? I don't know if there's anything Martin, Andy, anyone that you think might be helpful to supply as I create that issue. Shaking excuse me, shaking heads. Sounds like an okay. Number 3 then, moving on. So yeah, just wanted to jump back onto the pipeline execution policy progress and plan. I saw a lot of activity, a lot to catch up on. So anything you'd like to highlight here as far as progress, risks, challenges, and anything I can support on?
Yeah, so the last MRs are merged, and we're waiting for one to reach production before we want to turn on the feature flag on GitLab.com. And I think, yeah, so far it's not on staging, so probably will be, yeah, tomorrow morning when we enable the feature flag. And yeah, then want to do some testing, and then we can, yeah, merge the MR that defaults enable the feature flag. And yeah, Martin and I already did some testing today, and I think there's yeah, so we already updated the documentation with a few edge cases, but I think there's probably more we can add here. And yeah, I guess while we're testing, we're constantly updating the docs with things to with edge cases or things that users should know. And yeah, that's the current state.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, thanks for being proactive and getting the documentation updated. That's really helpful.
Yeah,
I would like to add,
oh,
we have some follow-up work ahead. There were some points raised by the Verify team for things that are not covered yet, namely the needs keyword. There could be some unexpected behavior related to this if there are conflicts in the job names. So this is something we want to look into. For now, we are solving the situation by documenting to use unique names, maybe some prefix based on the policy name. So we have strategy to go around this problem, but maybe we want to validate this properly in the future to prevent some misunderstanding or misconfiguration.
Well, yeah, and I saw that. I was trying to read through, and I didn't get through all of the comments there, but it sounds like it could be actually a behavior or in the direction of the behavior we would like to see. Is that correct? Is it like waiting on the jobs to complete before the needs will run in the project, or am I misinterpreting that?
The issue there is if you specify that one job needs another job to start, and you have multiple jobs with this name in the pipeline, it could be random which job it waits for. So it could start sooner than you think. So this is probably not wanted.
So the unique naming, like having the index pattern, could have solved for this.
Not really, because you still cannot guarantee with the suffixes that there are no conflicts. You can still define the same job names in the project.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so you just need to ensure that when you're configuring your compliant, like this pipeline screen policy, that you are using unique name for the job, which is expected. Yeah, at the same time, I've asked Nate from compliance team about examples of their compliance pipeline configurations, and I'll be testing those today and tomorrow. I already started testing the behavior of the policy, not the YAML itself, but the policy, if it's being applied with multiple scopes and so on, and it all works as expected. I'm also going through Epic and clicking off the acceptance criteria that were met. So I'm trying to ensure that it's working, and then I'm gonna take a look at the whole metrics that you've created, Grant, just to ensure that it's working expected. But so far, I believe with the focus we have on testing, it's one of the most tested feature we ever delivered, which is good.
That is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see a lot of effort we've put into this over many months. So much appreciated. Maybe we can sleep after this. celebrate. But yeah, really excited to see this released. Very cool. Any other comments on B before we move on? 3B.
I guess only from me, I wrote it down, but it's just more FYI. Well, before yesterday, last in March, regarding pipeline execution policy was merged, there was a risk that it's not going to be merged. So I created a front end MR to add a feature flag for override mode. So, just in case, so we won't have any release block, but could potentially disable or enable override mode for pipeline execution. And I left it in a draft state. Maybe you saw some discussions on Slack yesterday. It's in a draft state just in case, because we're testing the feature now, making sure that it's stable. So I will leave this MR open in draft state just in case. And I just wanted to mention it so this information is not lost. No
Perfect.
action
Yeah, thank
needed.
you.
Yeah.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you, Archer. Cool. Any other comments, questions on number 3? And if not, any other topics that we didn't get a chance to discuss? Let's see a thumbs up. I'll just blink at you guys until I'm confident.
I'm sure there's a blink emoji that you could just put up instead of blinking yourself.
That's true. It's a lot of work. Blink. I still don't see how you did this. So reactions, I just see the drop down. I don't see it. I don't see how you do this. Is it in Zoom?
I think you need to update your Zoom. It's their latest version.
I
The
see.
React button at the bottom has a lot more in it now.
Yeah, I don't see that. Oh, wait. Maybe if I expand. Okay. Oh no, I just have like,
If everybody could use their favorite reaction, I'd
I'm gonna
really
just
appreciate it.
stop
Thank
the
you.
recording.
Thank you, team.